how y'all doing? This is Miss Pat. How you doing? I hope you had your walk today. You know, we talk about blood pressure with Miss Pat. All right, I hope you're having a good day, because I did. Praise God. I got my walk out and everything. So today video about the blood pressure, I'm doing turkey mix. Not turkey mix, I'm doing turkey wings. And I already have started them in my pot. I just got one turkey wing, and it's cut up in 3 parts. All right, so I split that wing. And today I'm just showing you what I use. I put some oregano leaves in it, okay? And I sprinkle that in it. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm sprinkling it in here a lot. You put as much as you want. All right. So this is what I'm using. All right. And you put a whole lot in there. All right. And then I'm going to use some no salt. That was oregano. And I'm going to use some no salt. All right. No salt seasoning. So I'm going to put a lot of that in here because it don't have no salt. And as a matter of fact, it don't have no sodium in this one. So that's why you can use as much as you want on it. Okay, so you can put as much as you want of this on yours. And I'm going to do just that on this because this is going, it's going to go in the oven. Yeah, I was trying to debate on whether I wanted to put this in the oven or put it on top of the stove. So I'm just going to use the oven today. All right, and we got black pepper, okay? I know it looks backwards on the screen, but I'm just going to name what it is as I use it. Then we're going to use the Zanarine canine pepper. We're going to put that on there because we want flavor. All right, and then I got the minced garlic, as well as I'm going to use garlic powder. This is my minced garlic, and I just put a dab in there. All right, and that's how I'm going to do that. Then I got my onion powder. All right. So the onion powder gonna go out. All this is gonna blend in and make it juicy. You know, since I don't use salt. I don't use salt. My blood pressure, I don't want it to spike no kind of way. So if you don't want your blood pressure to spike, and this one is garlic. If you don't want your blood pressure to spike, then you have to use things that are low in sodium, okay? So I found that out. But I found out too that when we eat right, our blood pressure and our sugar and our cholesterol, the glucose, you know, it all come back together like it's supposed to. So I got some garlic herb seasoning. And this is everything I use is 0 calories and non-sodium in most of my things, but even if I use sodium, it'd be very, very low. Very low, because sometimes you can get different stuff and you don't know what's in it. So I like to be careful with mine and know what's in it, okay? So today I'm gonna put a little mesquite liquid smoke. I love this. I don't use that much. I just put just a little dab. Just a little dab in it. Alright? So that would take care of that. And so this one though, I'm going to use a little Zanarine pure ground gumbo flake. Although I'm not doing a gumbo, but it's gonna give it a little flavor, a little kick to it. To the turkey, so it's not going to be that much, okay? So I'm also going to use onion and bell pepper. Let me get that out of my refrigerator, because I want to use the onion and bell pepper to give it more flavor. So this excuse me for moving from the camera, but I had to. So I'm just gonna dice up my onion, probably half of it, okay? And I'm gonna use one bell pepper over this. So I got a whole bag of bell peppers. See? I got a whole bag, but I'm just only gonna use one, okay? I'm gonna rinse this bell pepper out. Yes, you got to rinse your things out that you're gonna use. And my hands already been washed. And I'm gonna wash them again. So you hear the water? There it is. I'm washing my hands again. I had washed them before I started. So I don't want you to think that I just cook any kind of way. No, I don't. I wash my hands all day long. Whatever I'm touching, I'm washing my hands. All right? So right now I'm going to slice and remove this pot. I'm slicing up the bell pepper on my counter. All right, so I have plenty of bell pepper in there that I'm going to put with the turkey wing. All right, so that's more than enough. And I'm going to slice up this onion a little bit, just not all of it, just a little bit. Just a little bit, okay? So I can, this pack can have some onion, because on my turkey wings and turkey, and for Thanksgiving and stuff like that, I like for that turkey to be well seasoned. Yes, I do. And usually I fry turkey. I do know how to fry turkey, all right? So usually I do that, or either I end up baking the turkey, all right? So I got me some onions sliced up, and I'm gonna throw them in the pot. When I throw this in the pot, I got all these onions. I'm gonna throw it in the pot, and that's it. So that's gonna be it. Now all this that I put in this pot, praise God, it's gonna give it flavor. Everything I put in this pot, it's gonna give it a flavor. Do you hear me? So this is going into the oven, all right? So let me put this in my oven. It's already preheated, and that's gonna take care of it. So what I'm doing here now, I got my skillet on the fire, on the burner, and I'm boiling water. And what I want to do with this water that I'm boiling, the next thing I'm doing is going to be some hot water homemade cornbread. I don't know if you like hot water cornbread, but I do. I love it with my greens because I'm having catch today. So let's look at this. Let me go to the bread again. I forgot. I gotta get my corn. So I'm using this. This is not self-rising. This is Pearl Milling Company yellow cornmeal. That's what I'm using today. So you know what? I don't use salt in my cornmeal either. But I tell you what you can put in there. You just have to have a little salt. Put you some onion, or put you some unsalted butter in your cornbread, all right? But I'm not using nothing in my cornbread. And sometimes I make hot water onion cornbread. So that's probably what I'll do today, since I got some onion left over. I'm just gonna cut up a little onion, all right? And I'll chop it up real good. And I'm going to use this in my cornbread mix because this makes a onion taste cornbread, hot water cornbread, onion taste. And you can also put bell pepper in and then make a jalapeno taste. You know, if you want that bell pepper flavor or you want that onion flavor. So today I'm just doing something a little different that I do, that I didn't, never told anyone that I do, but it comes out just perfect. So I got my cornmeal, I got my onions right here. So next I'm gonna put my hot water. That'll be next. So let me find my dimension. Okay. So I'm gonna get my dimension, and I need to get my paper towel as well. And while I'm here we go, y'all. I'm back on the camera. I got my cabbage. I'm gonna chop that up. okay? And so while the water is boiling, it's not ready. It's a little ready and it's a little not ready when it's dead like that. So we'll see. So that might be enough water that I poured in there. It's hot water. I mean hot. So you know, it has to be hot, the hot water cornbread. So normally, what I do with the hot water cornbread, I'm just gonna mix this hot water cornbread. It's the cornbread with the hot water in it with onion, and that's gonna give it a flavor. And yeah, so I'm gonna do it this way today. And all I do with my hot water cornbread, I just fry it. I just fry it in a skillet, in a pan or whatever, fry it, and just let it brown on both sides. I don't let it get too hard because I want it to have a soft texture to it. You know, I don't want hard, griddle-like cornbread. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that's soft that I can do so. I have my skillet right here. All right. And I'm going to use some olive oil. I don't know if you use olive oil or coconut oil or sunflower oil. I don't know. But I use this virgin, extra virgin olive oil. That's what I use. I was told it was the best. So that's what I use. So I'm just going to pour just a little bit in the skillet. Just enough to just brown it. You know what I'm saying? I pour a little in there. Just enough to just brown it. We're just going to brown the corn. I want it crispy. I want it kind of soft, and I press my fire down on a medium, not high. So when I went to the dietitian the other day, and I found out some new things that I could do and more food that I could eat than I normally eat. So she told me for as the fruits, I can have avocado. I didn't know I could have avocado, okay? And she said that I could have cherries and figs and grapefruit. I was told I couldn't have no grapefruit. All right, I'm telling you. On the websites, they give you different things that you could have and you can't. And that's where I was reading, but I said it's time for me to go to a dietitian because I want to get my portions right. So I found out I got to buy a scale because my portion of meat, you know, your meat's supposed to be about the size of your fist, you understand? But when you go to the dietitian, they'll tell you exactly what your meat's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 3 ounces of meat if you did not know that with your meals. All right. So I can have mangoes, melons, oranges, pears, lemon and lime, all that. I can have all that. So I usually put the lime or lemon or little pepper and all that on my salmon. So I found out that there's 4 groups of things that should be on your plate, and that should be fruit, grains, your carbohydrates, your vegetables, and your proteins, all right? And you can eat as much vegetables that you want. It's the protein that you can't eat a lot of, that's your meat. And your grains, you can have as much as you want as well, but like you have a bread, well then you don't want to mix a bread with a potato. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that, you know what I'm saying? And then in the day, if you had maybe a piece of toast in the morning for your breakfast, then you don't want to continue to eat bread all day. You just want to switch it up. You don't want potatoes and bread. You don't want to eat sweet potato and a potato at the same time, okay? Because I love me some baked potato. And I love me some sweet potato too. So I found that out. And dairies, I never used dairies, and I was telling the dietitian that I don't use dairy because I don't like yogurt. But she showed me some options of yogurt that was very good. She told me to use the Greek yogurt, okay? Or the zero yogurt. She said the Greek is better because the Greek has 80 calories and it's low in your cholesterol and the fats and all that. It's very, very low. It's zero, practically zero. So I told her I would try that. Now, I didn't know I could have cream cheese. And I love cream cheese. I did not know I could have cream cheese, okay? And I didn't know I could have cottage cheese, sour cream, and cheese. I said, no way. Because I read that I could not have cheese with blood pressure. Have you heard of that? I never heard of that. So I found out that, okay? Then I found out all of the breads and all that stuff and the starches that I can have. I can have potatoes, sweet potatoes, those are the starches. I can have beans, corn, peas, and butter. It's called butternut squash. Now, I don't do butternut squash, but I will, okay? So now, let me get over here to the skillet. I'm gonna put these in here, and I'm not gonna pat them out like a patty or anything. I just spread mine. I just spread mine to the skillet. I'll show you. I just spread mine to the skillet like a pancake. And I just let it just fry crispy on both sides. That's it because I want the cornbread to be smart. You understand? I don't like hard cornbread. So let me get this out the way. I've already put everything in the skillet. Now I'm going to show you how it's I want you to see that. If you can see that, that's too close so I can do it. Now it's going to fry on both sides. It's going to take its own time frying because I ain't going to rush it. All right, so now I'm ready for my cabbage. And I'm going to cook this cabbage, rinse it off first of all, and cook the cabbage. And just enjoy the cabbage just with bell pepper and onion on it. That's it. Yeah, bell pepper and onion. That's enough seasoning right there. I might put a little black pepper, but I normally just put bell pepper and onion. That's it on my cabbage. And so the other day when I was in the store, I said, you know, I haven't had a cabbage in a long time. So let me get a cabbage. Because the last cabbage I had, it came out so good. Oh my God. It did come out good, yes. It came out very well. And so I ended up not eating it all and had to throw it away. But I said, not this time. This time I'm just gonna cook, just get a small cabbage, just enough for me. That'll last me 2 or 3 days. But normally I usually just eat it for the first day and for lunch or dinner, and then I have enough. I don't be wanting a whole cabbage anyway, so, you know, but cabbage is good for you, praise God. So I just want to encourage you to just start mixing some things up. So I found out that you don't put your potato, if you like sweet potato, baked sweet potato, fried sweet potato, mashed sweet potato, you don't put that, you know, on your plate as well with the potato. If you like just a white potato, you don't mix that together. That's too much potato, and she said that'll turn into sugar. So we don't want that, right? We don't want none of that. So what we want to do is use our whole grains and mix them up with our starches. And we have to understand that, all right? That, you know, you can have what you want, but you just got to know how to, you know, combine it. You know, you just can't put a whole lot of stuff on your plate, okay? And understand that, and understand that it's very nutritional when we eat our proteins and we have our carbs and we have every day, not every day. But I'm going to tell you what's very interesting that she told me. She said that we should have 21, let me make sure. She said we should have 21 carbs. We should be eating 21 carbs, yeah. We should be eating 21 grams a day. That's a lot. That's a lot. So that means that you got to figure out your plan that you're going to eat. Are you going to eat bread? That would be three carbs. All right. 3 grams. Are you going to do your fruit and how much protein? All that has to come together, but it has to come out to 21 grams. Whatever it is that you fix, it's going to have to come out to that 21 grams, you know, including your dairy. Like I said, I told her I don't care about dairy, but I'm going to have to start putting dairy in there. I don't care for, because there might be some things you don't care for. But you might have to eat them anyway for your good, for your health. So that's what I told her. I said, I'm willing to try the dairy, you know, because she was asking me about my oatmeal. I use rolled oats, but she was telling me about another oatmeal. And I told her, well, I never tried that oatmeal, but I used to use that old cheap oatmeal, you know what I'm saying, that we grew up on. There's nothing wrong with it. We loved that oatmeal, didn't we? But now I found out that I need a rolled oat, you know, so I showed you, and I'm still using it. I'm still using this rolled oat, gluten-free, and it is by Barb Red Hill. And it's a whole grain. Everything I use is whole grain, all right? Because you're getting the best source, you're getting the best proteins and source and, you know, things that you need for your body. You're getting it in there. So she said use beans, and I do beans. You know, I think one of my other tapes, I said I love those 15 bean soup. I love that. I do all those beans because it got the little in there. It got all kind of beans, your butter beans, your peas. It got all kind in there for you. So let me go get this. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get this for you because it's telling you all the beans that you need in your body, your proteins, your starches, and everything. So this is it. This is the 15 beans. It's the one I buy. I don't use the seasoning because the seasoning has a smoky ham taste in it, and we're not supposed to have that to people with blood pressure. But it has all kind of beans. It says small red, yellow split peas, little navy. It has white kidney, black beans, seasoned. It comes with a seasoned package. And it just go on and name all of the good beans, baby lamb beans. It's all on there. So you can get that instead of just going trying to buy pinto beans, black eyed peas, you know, different things. It's all in there. It's all in there. And that 115 soup bean package. And it's only was $2 or something. So I grabbed that and I said, thank you, Lord, for that. All right. So now, what I did, I fixed them last week and they came out delicious. And the only thing I put in them beans was some onion. Just cut up me some onion. That was it. I let it be as soupy as it be. You know, some people like their beans or like, they want them like with a gravy. I don't like my beans with a heavy gravy. I like them with a light gravy, okay? So now I think it's time for me to turn over these, and they are, you know, I'm gonna flip them over on the other side. I will show you if they're one there, y'all. But I'm gonna flip it over on one side, all right? And I will show you how to do it. I can always put them on cornbread, all right? But this, you know, flip it over on the side, okay? You see how pretty golden it is? And what I like about that is that when I turn my fire down, it be on low. And when I put it on low, I'm gonna put some oil in here for my cabbage. This extra olive oil just to coat the bottom. And to give the cabbage a little, you know, when you put oil, my mother used to cook with oil in her greens and her cabbage. And when you put the oil in it, it just makes the cabbage more like moist to me. I want to say it makes it more rich, like, you know what I'm trying to say? And so I love using it, and it makes it more greenery look like to me, you know, like it has so much goodness in it. You know, it just make it rich. That's what I'm trying to say. So, okay, so I'm doing all this. I'm putting everything in here. So this is my bowl of cabbage, all right? Now I'm going to cut up some onion and bell pepper in it, all right, to go with it. The only season that I'm putting on here now, since I'm cutting up the rest of this last little onion, and you know, one onion will go a long way. I done used this onion in the cabbage now. Now I'm using this onion. I use it in my cornbread. I use it in my turkey. You know, I got my turkey wings in the oven. And now I'm going to use the last of this bell pepper as well to go in these cabbage, because I want flavor since I don't use salt. So when you don't use salt, you just use whatever kind of seasoning you want. Make up your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Make it up. And as you make it up, fix it the way you want to fix it. So I'm cutting up the rest of this bell pepper. And I'm going to put this bell pepper. Alright. All this leftover bell pepper is going to go right in this pot. Alright. So here's my cabbage with my bell pepper and my onion in it. And I'm going to put some water in it. And I usually put like a half a pot of water. You know, some people like sugar in their cabbage, but I don't care for sugar in my cabbage. Alright. But I will put some black pepper in it. Alright. I'm going to put some black pepper so I won't forget to do this. Not that much, but just enough to give you the taste that you want. And I'm putting this on my side. And let this cook. Alright. So now, getting back to what the dietitian told me. So she said that I can have milk, 2%, 1% skim milk. Well, I knew that already. I just wasn't doing it. You understand? But I knew it. But I just wasn't doing it because I found out the cereal that I was getting from the store was not, they didn't give all the ingredients what's in the cereal. That's what I'm trying to say. So I stopped using the cereal. So I stopped using milk because I found out milk is not, it is not, when you have blood pressure, you just can't use any kind of milk. So you have to use what they recommend you to use. So I had to stop my milk, and because I love cereal and I love oatmeal, and I would put milk or cream, you know. Remember that old pet milk? You don't see that in the store too much no more, that canned pet milk. But I found some at Walmart, and I bought me up some cans, and I use them. So, you know, sometimes, but lately, since I've just been going cold turkey, I just have been using no milk, no nothing. So I told the dietitian that I make my milk. And she said, you make your milk? I said, yes. And so I told her how I make it. And she said, oh, I said, you don't think that's good? She said, well, we don't know what's in, we don't know how much protein is in it the way you do it, but it sounds okay. So I'm like, okay. So, you know, if you have royal milk, oat milk, soy milk, you got almond milk, some places have the corn milk. They have all kind of different cashew milk. So my understanding was that she said they don't know the protein contents of just making your own milk. So okay. So the ones in the store, they make that milk, but they know what's all in it. But I'm like this. If it's the original, that means you're getting a better milk. That's my opinion. So I'm gonna make my milk. All right. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna make my milk, and I'm gonna continue to use my milk. All right. I'm gonna continue to use my milk. So I thought about what she said, and I said, well, it's a lot of things that we eat. And, you know, if you don't read the labels on the things that you buy from the store, you really don't know how much protein, how much sodium is in stuff. You really don't know. But the dietitian can help us to know those things. So, you know, I'm in agreement with her. I don't know what the protein is in homemade milk, but what I do know is that it's natural and it's good for you. That's what I do know. Now, I don't know everything that's in the milk that comes from the store. I only know what they say is in that milk. So that's how I look at that. So, for cheese, I love cheese, but I dare not use cheese while I'm going through getting better, because I am getting better. My blood pressure the other day was down 123. Today, I've been driving a lot and had some things to do. It's 131, which is not bad. You understand? Because my blood pressure used to be up in 180s. Do y'all hear me? Come on. I know God with me. Come on this journey. I know God with me. Amen. And I'm losing weight. Come on. Come on. I'm losing weight. And that's what you want to do. You want to lose weight. And you want to take this serious about your health, because it's a silent. This is a silent thing that people don't understand. All America probably has it. Everybody. But everybody ain't trying to find out about it. All right? So you have to take that in your own hands and get yourself checked out if you want to. All right? So the vegetables she was talking about, and there's asparagus, broccoli. I love all that. I love the bell pepper, the cauliflower, carrots, the greens, the cabbage, all kind of greens. I love that. Asparagus I don't do. I'm gonna try them. All right, I don't do, and they kind of look like little tree plants to me. But that's okay, all right? But spinach and tomatoes, zucchini, I love, okay? And she said we could have sugar snap peas. I never had those, all right? So I understand that. So, and in this, she said we should have 2 cups. Just 2 cups. Now, if you eat it raw, she said 1 cup. If you're eating raw, 1 cup. And if you're cooking it, 2 cups. So that's my measurement. That's what I went there for, to know what I can have on my plate. You need to know what you can have on the plate, all right? So I got that done. And then she was talking about the fats. You know, we have to have some kind of fats. Not from fried chicken, not from fried fish. Not talking about that kind of fat. All right, we have to have fat, good fats. See, because there's some good and bad fats. The bad fats is the one that clogs up your arteries. All right, those are the ones that try to cause you to have strokes and try to cause you to have heart attack. So you don't want those. That's why you want to learn what fats and what it do for you, because it will. The wrong fats will, the bad fats or your HDL, they will rise, and you not know why you eat all that good old fried chicken, barbecue. My favorites, which I can't have no more, okay? But it's okay. I'd rather be living right and eating right than to be silent with this blood pressure, because you know silent means you don't know, and then you don't know you got health problems. That's what that means. But it can be turned around, okay? So we're gonna have servings size. She said she wants us to have 2 tablespoons. You can have 2 tablespoons of grapeseed oil, spray oils. You can have nut butter. You can have olive oil, and you can have avocado oil and avocado butter. You can have grape. I never heard of grape seed oil. But I heard it was a good oil, so I'll probably try that one, all right? But you don't need but 2 tablespoons a day. So the protein, when we get to the seafood, I don't know about you, but I love seafood. I love my crabs and my shrimps and my fish, all kind of fish. And I love that, and I love my gumbo. So you can have the tuna. I didn't know I could have tuna, canned tuna. I didn't know I could have that. And you can have lean deli meat. You can have lean beef, pork. I didn't know that, so I was talking with her about the lean beef pork. She said, the pork that we can have with this blood pressure, she said you can have the lean, you know, not go get you no big old pork chop. Pork belly, pork shoulder. No, she said the lean is the one that hardly have no fatty. That's the lean one. And you can only have 3 ounces of that. Okay, not every day. Once a week or maybe once a month or whatever way you want to eat it. But you can't eat it all in one day, okay? So you can have that. You can have deli meat. She was showing me this turkey that you can get from the deli. It says no sodium. So that's the one you want to get. You can have that. Okay, you can make you a good old turkey sandwich with some good old Roman lettuce, tomatoes, on you some good old whole grain bread, and mustard and mayo on it. I didn't know I could have mustard and mayo. I can't. All right, you can put some onions on there. Come on. Come on. Slice that bad booger. Slice it in half. Don't sit up there and try to eat up the whole sandwich. That's too much. All right. So you can only have that. And on this chicken, turkey, ground meat, eggs, white eggs, she wants you to have, not the yolk. And beans, tofu. Have you ever had tofu? My daughter fixes tofu a lot. And if I go out there, they have some tofu. I'll try it. It's not bad. It's really not bad. No, it's not. But I wouldn't want to eat that every day, but it's really not bad. It replaces your meats. So you can do that. You can have other meat alternatives as well, like plant food. Because me and the dietitian was talking about the plant food. And I think I'm going to try the plant food because it's more vegetarian style. And I'm definitely leaning toward vegetarian style, although right now I'm eating, trying to get myself together, you know. So I just want to understand that. So in the proteins, we can have 3 ounces of shrimp. So I don't know how many shrimp that would be, but you need a scale, and that's another thing I have to buy. It's a waist, you know, scale to weigh your meats. So I need one of those. And I think that I've talked to us about everything that belongs on your plate today. So you definitely want to have your carbs, your grains is your carbs. You want to have your proteins, that's your meats. You want to have 3 ounces, praise God, and that should be enough for us. Because we don't want, we trying to lose weight, ain't we? Come on now. So she gonna get us down, you know, whatever she tell me, I'm gonna tell you. So yes, that's what we want. And we want to get our fruit, any kind of fruit you want. Big old watermelon, just sit up there and just eat you a nice slice. Don't try to eat up a nice slice. Don't try to eat up the whole watermelon, because you can eat it. Okay. That's a lot of sugar. All right. Watermelon has sugar. But it's good for us. All right, it's good for us. And so we can have all the vegetables, whatever kind of vegetables that you want to do, just do it. It don't have to be what's on this list, but you can substitute things, you know. All right. I didn't know that we could have corn tortillas and flour tortillas. Come on. When I heard that, I said, oh, I'm gonna make me some tacos. Hey, get my ground turkey lean meat, honey, and it's on my lettuce and tomato and my little onions, and then you can put some let me show you what you can put on it as well. All right, so I said put this paste chunky salsa on your tacos. Yes, you can. You didn't know that, did you? Yes. You can use this on your tacos, all right? We can have popcorn. Guess what? I found popcorn in the Dollar Tree store. The little bag of popcorn, I found it for $1. You remember how you had it in the country in the old days, that little popcorn? That's the kind they have at the Dollar Tree. It's just plain Jane. And it tastes plain Jane when you pop it. But you can have that as a snack, because she was talking to me about snacks. She said we can have crackers, okay? We can have bagels. Make sure that they're whole wheat bagels. Make sure your bread is whole grains. So it's a lot of things we can have that we didn't know. We can have corn on the cob, yeah. You can have cream corn. You can have sweet potatoes. Come on. I got 2 sweet potatoes in the refrigerator that I cooked. And they've been in the refrigerator. So I'm going to have one with my dinner this evening with a cup of cabbage, one of those cornbreads. And my cornbread is ready. So that's my cornbread, y'all. It's ready. So I need but 2. I had 3 in there, and it disappeared on me. It fell on the floor, and I threw it away. I have to throw it away, but it's still on the floor. I'm sorry to tell you that, but I did, because I can't stop talking to you. But anyway, so I got everything. I got my turkey in the oven, and I split it up, a big old wing, and I split it up in 3 parts. That look like a little half of the arm or something. I split that up, and then you have the piece right here. And you have the big piece right there. So I split that up, and I'm not gonna eat all of it. I'm only gonna eat a small portion of it. I'm not gonna eat the skin. We're not supposed to have skin on our turkeys or our chicken. All right. And if you can, get your salmon, your fish without the skin. All right. Because the skin is not good for us. All right. So we need to eat just skinless meats, whatever they are, skinless. All right. And you can't have all the meat you want. All you eat buffet. No, you can't do that. Okay. You can only have 3 ounces, and that'll be good enough. That's sufficient, because once you put everything on your plate, your plate gonna be overflowing with meat and with your vegetables and your proteins and your carbs. So you're not gonna have no room for nothing else. And you can put your fruits in a little bowl on the side. All right. So that's gonna be it for me today. And of course, drink your water. And she said you can have. I was telling her that I do cinnamon in my oatmeal and nutmeg. She had never heard of nutmeg in your oatmeal, but I do nutmeg, and I do cinnamon because it's healthy. All right, it helps the blood flow in your arteries. All right, so it's basically getting you back to what you should have been eating when you was a kid, that you was not eating. And all your life you've been eating wrong like me. Now it's time to turn that thing around. Start eating what's right, okay? So this is Miss Pat, and I'll probably do another tape while I'm food cooking, and then when it get done is what I'm saying. I'll probably do another tape to show you my plate, because I can't show it to you right now because it's cooking. But I love you. This is Miss Pat. I hope you enjoy this blood pressure journey with me. You're doing something about it. And I just love you, and I thank you. You can do all things through Christ Jesus, who will strengthen you to do the things like He's doing me. He's strengthening me to do the things I do. It's not Miss Pat. It's all about God, okay? Thank you. Have a good day.